Hello everyone, I'm Vanchika Punera, WRC member, and welcome to another episode of Women in STEM, Voices of Inspiration. Today I'm honored to have Dr. Shireen Zafar ma'am with us, an academician and a researcher in the field computer engineering. So ma'am, would you like to introduce yourself a little? Yes. Hello everybody. It's a pleasure to be here in the talk, and I'm Dr. Shireen Zafar, and rather than describing myself as an academician, I would like to first concentrate on my name. My name came from my father, who is no more. It is expressed as Shri, and which means as you all eat sheer, so that is called as mithas. And this is a very important thing that we need to bring in our life is the mithas. And many a times this is not present currently in our society, whether it's women in engineering or it's men everywhere or in the society. So first thing that I want to everybody to focus on is to bring mithas in your lives, and this can be only be done, I can truly believe, by education. Education is one of the most important, it can be a goal, it can be termed as a goal, it can be termed as a concept, very important, because unless and until you are educated, you will never be able to understand the real mythos of the. Now, that's such I would say it's a great backstory. And I'm very sorry to hear about your father. And it's our pleasure to have you with us. Ma'am, so my first question would be, what inspired you to take step? Was it family pressure or childhood pressure? Both the things. Not we'll not call it family pressure, but there is a competition. I think everybody would have gone through this journey where doing science. I think now it's a little bit less, but 20 years or 25 years before, it was thing that in the society, if you have science, if you have maths, you are considered to be the toppers of the class. And if you don't have those science and maths, then you aren't. So yes, I was one of the toppers in my class. So I took mathematics. Although I took bio first, but after doing 2-3 classes, I realized that this is not my type of work, because doing those experiments and doing those kinds of things was not suited for me as my personal thinking. Yeah, I like bio although, because we get more marks in bio as compared to maths. But I took PCF, and my journey actually started because I did my, after 10, I did my diploma engineering. So that was my journey, which actually gave me the real feathers, because when I crossed school, I left school after 10th, and then I did my diploma engineering. So there I really believe that the engineering concept, it gives you, not only, as I tell most of the students, that you are doing engineering not only for getting good jobs or something like that, but engineering nurtures you as a whole. Engineering gives you that support, that smartness, that confidence. I think that many of the fields, I don't say that they don't give, but engineering enhances it. And second thing was that my parents always wanted, my father especially wanted me to become an engineer, so I accomplished that dream also. So we all three sisters are all engineers, and I think that was both my I also wanted to become an engineer, and it was not family pressure but family support. Family played a role in, yeah, you can say. So that's a really great story, like really good story, and very inspiring, to be honest, for me, and I'm pretty much sure for everyone who's going to watch this. So, any key moments or any key experience that you have while your journal, like any problem that you face as a woman, can you please share that with us? I think not as a woman currently, because I can proudly say that I am very confident, and that confidence has made me what I am. And secondly, I am little bit religious also, so that also has brought in me a huge amount of confidence, because I think religion is something that brings in you the faith in God. So I have that also. So I think currently, as per the discrimination, I have not faced, and that is because I have never allowed it to come on to me. I think we have these issues in lot of families or lot of where the workplace, because many a times we accept it. We accept that there's, okay, I'm a woman, I'll face this discrimination. So it's important to understand that there will be discrimination, that there will be issues, but you have to stand for it. You have to speak for it. You have to, don't allow it to happen. Many a times it is something that when you speak up, when you stand as confidence, with confidence, when you speak up on the wrong things that are happening in the society, 2-3 people, whether they are men, whether they are women, they will say, यार इससे दूर रहना. ये
she will cause some problem. Yeah, she will not allow wrong to happen. So that's the important thing.
So you're talking about boundaries, that you have a very strong boundaries. Sabhi, you did not face any like problem as a woman in this field, which is often male dominated. And that's good to hear that you did not face any problem. But as you talked about religion, so what do you think about Muslim women representation in STEM? Do you think it's increasing or it's still kind of lagging behind?
I'll tell you my story. When I was not go to the numbers. When I did my diploma engineering and I did my engineering, I was the only Muslim girl in the class, and I was very proudly to say that I was that person. And many of the people, I was recognized also. I was recognized because she was the only person, only Muslim girl in the class. But now I can proudly say that now this is not happy. In a class, there may be at least 10%, 20%, and this is a very good thing. And why it is a good thing? Because these are some examples set. Because many a time what happened that early marriages was an issue. But I can tell you, I was also married very early. I was married at the age of 21, but the family that I was married to was a person and similar to my father who gave tests. They gave education. I did my MTech after my marriage. I did my PhD after my marriage. So that's the most important thing. So I think my work and my everything not only comes from my father or mother, but my husband also. He has also played a very, very important role because I was in my final year when I got married. There were some personal issues and there's personal reasons because of the death of my husband's father. We got married early, but I was in Infosys Hyderabad. When I was married, I joined Infosys Hyderabad. I worked there also. Then I came back and when my son was born, I took into the journey of teaching. And that is the most important journey. I was very much upset because Infosys was my dream job. So when Misbah was gone, I had to leave that job and come back to teaching. But I think Allah has played a very, very important role for me. And by adopting that journey, I am here inspired because maybe in Infosys, I have not inspired so many students. But from my journey, I'm inspiring so many students whom I connected. So that's the most important.
I would say it personally that it's really good to talk to you and your story. But somehow you also said that like being in forces and teaching, you're grateful for your journey, but somehow you face a setback because of kind of early marriage. Like you could have just you could have just be forces. Like if forces, getting in forces is not a like base. It's not an easy task. Exactly, it's a very big. So how can we like how do you have anything to say to our viewers, like young women who wanted to come into this and can face it properly, like any kind of advice or suggestion that you can give to them?
I think never allow regret to come into your in your heart or in your mind, regrets. Because as you told, yes, Infosys it was my dream and my father's dream also. And even my husband wanted to me to continue. But I saw that my personal life was hampering. It was getting affected. And I had a very strong thinking that if your personal life has some problems, then your professional life will not go through well. And when I came back to Delhi, I did my teaching in Jamia Millia Islamia. Then I came here in Jamia Amgad, and that's Allah ka shukar. I can say that everything I have got is due to the blessings of Allah and all those who are close to me. And second, I don't have any regrets in my life. So they don't have don't have regrets. And I can tell you, sometimes I did a mere job of teaching in small schools, small schools also, small institutes also. But I because you can say that a person coming from Infosys Hyderabad and teaching in a school. But I enjoyed my journey. I enjoyed going out. I enjoyed with students. So that's the most important thing. If you have a good family to support you, if you have no regrets in your life, if you are faithful to your work, and I think that's the most important thing also. Be faithful to the work you are doing. And then 100% you'll get success.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was very nice talking to you. Thank you so much for joining us in this series, Women in STEM Voices of Inspiration. Thank you so much.